What's up, record breakers? Chris Record here. Another day, another vlog coming to you from Paradise Valley, Arizona. And today we are going to talk about vlogging equipment. We're going to talk about a brand new setup that I just got for under $2,000. And we're also filming on a setup that I have for about $1,000. We're going to talk about all of that and more in today's vlog. Okay, so in this setup we have 4 items. We have the tripod, which we like to use Gorilla Pods right here. These are real flexible, they can bend, they can attach to anything, you can set them up on tables, they really fold up. The reason I like these is because if you're vlogging, you're doing a lot of selfie style filming, right? So you can bend these legs right here and kind of hold the camera like this away from you. So by doing this, you've got it close enough that the microphone's gonna be able to pick up well, but you've also got it far enough away to be able to get everything around you. So these are great. We always have a few of these on stock. These are Gorilla Pods. You can find them pretty cheap online. The next thing we have is these 3 pieces. Most important piece is the camera. This is the body of the camera we're getting. And as you can tell from the title here, it is the Canon 80D. I love the Canon 80D. First and foremost, what I like to do is I like to follow what other big vloggers are doing. And lots of big vloggers out there, they use the Canon 80D for their DSLR, and then they also use the Canon G7X for their point and shoot. So right now we're filming on the G7X, but we're filming on a basic point and shoot camera. But when you want something a little bit more, when you want the quality of audio, you can attach a shotgun mic on here. You can do a lot more. It's a little bit heavier of a camera, a little bit pricier, but you can do a lot more with it. Plus, the 80D has an amazing time-lapse feature.
Damn, son, where'd you find this?
When you get into vlogging, you're gonna wanna be doing time-lapses, montages, conversations, recording a lot of different audio, and you're gonna quickly realize that audio is gonna be one of your biggest struggles. And that's why I like something like this, where you can attach a mic to it. And that's why we're grabbing the Rode mic. Now, today, you're gonna get a little sneak peek because this is a brand new mic for us. This is the VideoMic Pro Plus right here. This is pretty much new out on the market. If you haven't seen this, we're gonna unbox this. We're gonna unbox all of this and put it all together, show you what it looks like. And then of course, this right here is my favorite lens. This is the 10 to 18 millimeter. And the reason I go with this lens is because it's super wide angle. When you're vlogging, you don't have the ability to just hold your arm out as far as you can, right? You might need to have it right here. With that super wide angle lens, you can literally have a camera right here and it can pick up you and even friends with you in the background. It's that wide angle. So this 10 to 18 is perfect if you're doing selfie style vlogging, guys. That's exactly what this is created for, that selfie style kind of image. So what I'm gonna do is go ahead and unbox this and we'll dive right in. All right, let's go ahead and start with the camera body. So here we have brand new right out the box. Of course, you know how I am with my instruction booklets. I don't use them. They got YouTube for that. Okay, let's kind of jump in here. Let's dive in and let's take a look at this bad boy right here. Whew. You gotta love the Canon. Check it out. It's a beautiful camera. One of my favorite features about this is that the screen pulls out to the side like this, allowing you to also be able to flip it and be able to see your own image. So when you're filming, what you do is you're able to look right here and see your own image inside of it to see what you look like, but make sure you don't keep staring there. Remember, anytime you're filming, you always want to be looking directly into the lens, you guys, directly into the lens. This is more for framing your shots, making sure you have the shot right. In fact, after a while, you're gonna get used to it. You'll learn to be able to close it and not even need it. But I like it because you can have it visible right here. You can see what you're seeing, or if you want to, you can actually close it and make sure it doesn't get tarnished at all. You've got the ability to be able to drop an add-on mic right there. The Video Pro mic is gonna go on the top. And there's a lot here, but notice this actually doesn't have a lens in it, okay? So what we're gonna do, the first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna actually unbox this lens. We're gonna attach it on here and show you exactly how that works. But before we do, let's see what else is in this box. So what do we have here? We got a strap right here. I don't really use this, but you might like to. The most important thing though, the battery, and of course a little battery charger. This is a wall charger. These batteries, I wanna talk to you about this because this is something that I don't necessarily love about the Canon 80D. These run out very quickly. So what I like to do is I like to buy a few extra batteries. They're always good to have on hand. And if you guys are gonna get into vlogging or filming or anything, every single night you've got to get in the habit of recharging your batteries. So keep one of these by you at all times right here, you know, wherever it is, right by your bed or wherever your camera equipment is. You've got to start getting in the habit of recharging your batteries every single time. There's gonna be two real big things, which is memory cards and batteries, you guys. That's really the big thing. It's pretty simple though. You got your battery right here and then you can just let it charge. We're gonna pop that in just a second. We're gonna get this camera loaded up. So here's our essentials so far. Let's get this thing moving. That box is done. Let's go now to the microphone. This is our Rode mic, and like I said, this one's a little bit different than the last one that I got. The last one that I got was the other Rode mic. It was a little bit smaller. This one's a little bit bigger. And this one's actually better for a couple of reasons. One of them is that it has a rechargeable battery with it. Now, if you guys are used to the standard Rode mics, it has the 9-volt battery. This one's rechargeable. The 9-volt battery does last a long time, so don't buy this mic just for this battery, but I went ahead and bought this. It's gonna cost a little bit more. I think this mic on average is about $50 more than the standard Rode mic, but I'm gonna try it out. It's obviously bigger as well. We're gonna see how it goes, and it's got a lot more controls on the back, like a lot more options on the back for you to be able to choose right there. Pretty cool. So it's got its attachments right here. We are set. The instructions on how to use it, of course, you don't need those, and that's the main thing that you need right there. So real quick, a quick note about audio, especially with Rode mics. These can be disastrous for you as a beginner, so you have to take some extra note with this, because when you plug these in to your camera, when you guys get these on, you just literally just slide them right in and then you tighten them. When you put these mics on, you're starting to get a little bit of a rig here, starting to get a unit. Well, here's the thing. This needs to be plugged into the camera, okay, right here on the side. If that isn't plugged in all the way, it's gonna cause issues for you. Or an even more common issue, if you forget to turn it on. One of the biggest things is because if this is plugged in, it's consuming the onboard audio of your camera. And if it's not on, that means that you will not have audio. And I can tell you, from about 60 days of straight vlogging right now, we've had audio challenges in at least about 5 of our vlogs where we've recorded great content and the audio did not come out. And it was always the case of this not being on, and then one time it wasn't plugged in properly. It was plugged into the wrong slot. At least when it's plugged in the wrong slot, the audio still works, it's just bad. So the biggest thing, you guys, when you're gonna use a mic like this, before you start filming, you have to make sure there's a green light. There has to be a green light. Also make sure your batteries are charged, make sure you're good to go there. So, where are we at so far? We've got the camera, we've got a microphone mounted on. We don't have it plugged in yet. We've got our new little battery, which I've never seen. This is interesting, a little rechargeable battery. We're gonna have some fun with that. We've got our little kit right here and our little strap, okay? So let's go ahead and pop open the 10 to 18 millimeter lens instructions. Okay, lots of bags, nothing in there. Okay, here we go. This is what our bad boy lens looks like, okay? Real simple here, small, pretty lightweight lens like this. And if you ever want to pull off this top, you just squeeze these together and pull it off. Now you're going to want to keep this to be able to keep good care of your lens. You don't want this getting scratched up because lenses are not cheap, you guys. In fact, when you get into videos, when you get into like recording all this kind of stuff, you might want more options. There's a lot of options with lenses, but this can quickly rack up the charges. So be careful with your lenses, treat them good if you can. Try to treat them like go. So let's go ahead and let's start putting together our rig. Before we do, take a look. I'll actually take this one back off so we can see it all. Let's see what we have here. This is our current setup of everything. All right, let's start putting the rig together. So let's start with the body of the camera. First thing you're gonna do is you're going to twist off this like little kind of lens holder right there, and you'll notice there's nothing in there. We need to get a lens in there. So we are gonna go ahead and use this lens right here, and we're gonna twist that off. Now we're gonna screw this in, and actually, let me show you, there's actually a match-up point. You see the white and the white right there? So you can actually match this up, and then you just kind of slip it in and click it to the right, and there it is. It's on, it's pretty easy. Takes you like once or twice to get used to that, and then you're set. And if you wanted to put the lens cap back on, you just kind of squeeze those together and put it back on, but we're gonna leave it off right now. Now that we have that little rig, let's keep going. Now, the new addition here is gonna be this mic. I've really never messed with this before. So first things first, we're gonna need to get this battery in, and this battery may not come charged, so I may not give you a live example of the audio, but let's go. We've never done this before. Looks like there's a little spot right here. Oh, that was easy. So on this mic right here, this new one, you just click the two sides like this. Boom, fold it nice and neat and open. You just kind of slide it right in there. Let's go ahead and look and see what it looks like. It makes it easy. There's really only one way that it fits in. and snap it right on. You guys, that was about as simple as it gets. I don't know if it's gonna be charged or not. And again, I showed you this just a second ago, but you have the little base plate, you just kind of slide it in like that, and then you twist it to tighten it. If you have something else like a light, an add-on light or something like that, they have attachments that'll actually just like be like a shoe that'll allow 2 attachments or more on here. So you could have like a mic on one side, a light on the other side. There's lots of little upgrades you could do here with these DSLRs. Let's go ahead and start plugging them in. Over here on the left side, you're gonna have your mic input right there. So you're gonna go ahead and plug one side into that. And then the other side, again, this is different than the other Rode mic, but I'm just gonna go ahead and plug it in right there. So now you see how it's kind of like loosely hanging? I usually like to kind of fold this right over the top like that. Just makes it nice and easy. Kind of organizes out of the way a little bit. You can kind of play with it and see what kind of style works for you. But that's nice and simple right there. Now this is pretty cool. This comes with the new charger. And this is a pretty universal kind of charger. So it's your standard universal charger that you can use for all kinds of phones, your Androids, your charger, stuff like that. But now you can actually charge up the battery directly right here on the side. There's a little port for it. So now you can plug this in at night along with your other batteries, and you can make sure that your microphone is recharged. That's a great way to make sure you don't ever run out of that battery juice on your mic. So I just turned on, I just pressed power. We've got a blue light right there. Pretty cool. All right, let's plug in the battery. And real quick, before we go any further, we do have an SD card. We always do the 128 gig SD cards. We have it in the G7X right now, so I'm not gonna show it to you, but you will need an SD card. You're gonna put your SD card right here in the side. You're just gonna push it in right there and then close it. Real simple. So this won't obviously record any footage, so you put an SD card in there. It is in that camera right now, but we're gonna try to swap as long as this battery's good. But speaking of batteries, we need one in here. So on the bottom of this camera, you've got a little area right there to be able to put in the battery. You can usually see which way that it's supposed to go in, plus there's a little arrow on this battery right here showing which way it's supposed to go in. So you just pop it in, push it, close it. Real simple, very, very easy, very user-friendly. And so now you've got that. When you have the battery in, the power is over here, on and off, so you just can push on. One of the cool things about the Canon is that it will turn itself off after a little while. When you first set it up, you're gonna need to go through and set up the time and all this kind of stuff. So you're gonna go through and do that, but right now we're not. We're just gonna skip it because we are unboxing and that's no fun. Now that you got the camera on, you got the mic on, you got the camera, you got the battery, you need to attach it to your little tripod, your little rig. So what you do is you have a base plate in the top of this, and you can just literally just screw it right in there to the bottom. So you can kind of see there's a screw in the bottom. Let's go ahead and just screw it right on. Now that you have this screwed on nice and tight, you want to make sure that it's tight there. You also want to make sure this is tight. Just make sure everything's tight on your rig, right? Make sure everything's tight.
Oh, that jacket is tight.
Once everything's tight, then you can hold it, and look at this. You can hold it right here, and if you want to see what you look like, boom, you can just pop this open, flip it over, and you can see what you look like, okay? Very, very, very simple. You can turn it off, you can turn it on. You've got all your controls right here. You've got record right here. Everything is right here at your fingertips. You have a vlogging setup. Now, one thing I will say is that Joby GorillaPod does make a larger unit. So because this is a DSLR, because this is a bigger, kind of heavier camera, they do make a larger one of these that you may want to consider. It's a little bit heavier. So check this out. Once you have this set up, you can kind of set this up like a tripod, and you can just learn to kind of work with this, but you'll notice, boom, look at this. You can just set it up right there, however you want, get it nice and stabilized. If the camera's a little bit crooked, you're gonna use this to kind of adjust it, just kind of get this the way you want, just kind of loosen this up, and now you can kind of move this around right there on the base, get it looking exactly how you want, and now you've got a vlogging setup. Make sure that the power is on to the mic. Make sure you are in frame and you can see yourself here. And as soon as you can, just go ahead and turn it over, hit record, sit back, do your video, do your vlogs, do whatever it is, save it to your memory card. Make sure you keep your batteries charged. Make sure that you keep your memory cards. Make sure you dump them and make sure you keep cleaning them out. Make sure you save your content and organize it, you guys. This is that vlog life, and I wanted to show you what we have. But with that being said, I'm gonna start tomorrow's vlog right now. I'm getting ready to head down to Ahwatukee, Arizona to shoot a music video. This is gonna be a response video responding to Sunny D's diss track against me. I wanted to make sure I had the proper rig right here that I can go in and I can do this in. This is not what we're filming the video on, but we are filming the vlog on this behind the scenes. So in tomorrow's vlog, you're gonna see what it looks like with this camera versus what it looks like right there with the G7X. There's a huge difference, and that's a difference of about $1,000. So again, the G7X and the tripod, about $1,000. The Canon 80D, the Rode mic, the tripod, about $2,000 for the full rig, the full setup. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed this. Let me know in the comments below if you have any questions about this specific camera equipment. I'm not an expert by any means, but what I've done is I've done a lot of research. I've looked at what a lot of vloggers are doing, and I've decided that I want to model after what the pros are doing. Plus, I've been going daily vlogs for about 60 days now, so I do have some experience under my belt. Hopefully this review has been helpful, and I look forward to reading your comments in the descriptions below. But with that being said, it's time for me to kick off tomorrow's vlog, so I gotta jump in the Ghost, gotta head down, I gotta shoot this video. I'll catch you guys then. Peace.